Welcome back to Coach's Corner. The excitement continues.
It's rolling, man.
Coach Policky, this is amazing.
Yeah, it's been a good run. It's been a good run. We're lucky to see another day after last week, but we'll take it, man. Our kids played hard. They were down big. They kept fighting back and made enough plays to get a win, man. It was exciting. A little too exciting for my taste, but anytime you can get a win in a playoff game, it's a good night. So, we were happy to get out of there and get back home for round two.
So round two, CIF Quarterfinals, Friday, 7 o'clock at Arcadia High School, which is awesome. First time in 6 years we've hosted a CIF football game at Salter Stadium, so we want people to pack the house, get that home field advantage. How excited are you, the players? How much are you hearing from the community and just the buzz about this game? I'm hearing it everywhere.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. I have a lot of old buddies calling me up asking for tickets, and I think everybody's excited for this one. I'm hoping we get a nice turnout, a very nice turnout. We haven't been in this position in a while. Since 2011 was the last time we had a home playoff game. The last time we won our second round game was 1997. We got to the semifinal, so 20 years since we've gotten a win in this round. So it's an exciting time for the program, exciting time for our kids. Our families are very excited about it. Everybody's fired up right now, man. It's a lot of fun. It's a fun time of the year to still be practicing and getting ready for football games. The practices they've been pretty good this week. We didn't lose anybody in practice this week, I'm happy to say.
Good.
And it's just this is that time that everybody's just this is the time you want to be practicing and be out there on the football field all the time. Towards the end of the season it starts to get a little dull. You get into a routine where you're doing it every day, and as you get into the playoffs, that excitement kind of kicks back in. It's almost like the rebirth of the season. You start all over again, week one for us. So our kids have been they've had a really good week of practice. And we're excited for the opportunity to get to play in front of the home fans, man. It's been nice. We went to Riverside last year, the two playoff games. We went out to Courts Hill round two, and we went to Oak Park round one. We've taken some long bus rides, so it'll be nice to get some home cooking and just walk out on the field and play.
So last week at Hillcrest, second week in a row. We talked about it after the game there, but worth revisiting because there's another 4th and long situation, 4th and 13. You guys needed a play to stay alive, get the first down, and once again you get a huge play that did not look like it was going to develop as drawn up. Max comes through, looks like he's going to get sacked twice, stays up, and Frankie's wide open in the end zone, and they connect. And
just unbelievable. After you get the chance to go back and look at the film, it's we just had a couple of kids make great plays. They brought a blitz that we should have been able to pick up. We lost one-on-one up front. Max made that guy miss, stepped up in the pocket, avoided another guy, slid to his left, and Frankie had routed his guy up pretty good early in the play. He was open for a long time. Could have been a little bit of drama if we protected him a little bit better, but Max just made an unbelievable play to get him the ball on 4th and 13 in the end zone, man. And it was quite a night, man. It was a fun game to be a part of, to see the kids scrap and get it done at the end there. We probably lost that game a few times over. We're down 17-0 at the half, which just wasn't out of the realm of possibility for us in terms of getting the win. I don't think our kids blinked at any time or were overly nervous. They were a little pissed off at some point there in the game towards the end of that first half and at halftime, but I don't think anybody ever thought we were out of it. And they just kept playing and made enough plays to win. And it was a nice team effort. We made some good adjustments as a staff at halftime, and our kids played about as hard as they could play. A little undermanned injury-wise, but everybody's undermanned this time of the year injury-wise. It was a fun game, man. The story of two halves, that's for sure. It really didn't play that bad in the first half. Had some opportunities to score. Just had to explain to Max that we were wearing the white jerseys this week and not weren't wearing the Cardinal jerseys. And he played a lot better in the second half, and we got it done. But they scored 17 points in like 4 minutes on us at the end of the second half. It was just a nice little run that they went on. They got us on a couple of trick plays, some nice little wrinkles that they had thrown in there. But our kids were very resilient, man. We got the ball on the first drive of the second half and just marched right down the field and scored. And I think after that, our kids felt like we were back in the game.
It was weird because it almost felt like a game of destiny for Hillcrest, because when you saw the first half, you're like, these guys aren't better than Arcadia, but they're up 17-0. We couldn't get much going. Several turnovers. There was 2 fumble recoveries we were on top of, squirted out. So every break that could go our way did not go our way.
Yeah.
And it was just a weird
It was
first
one
half.
of those halves. I mean, if you figure like the law of averages, it's not going to go that badly again in the second half.
Exactly.
So I think we felt okay going into halftime. No, we're getting the ball. We're able to move the ball. You know, we're probably more talented than they are. So if we just do a few things right, that we're going to be there at the end still. And we did. We went down and scored the first drive, scored the second drive. Now it's 17-14. That's a ball game. The kids just kept fighting, got the ball back on a fumble recovery, and were able to score on the last drive there, man. Just one of those nights, man. It just felt like destiny, so we got it done.
And that was the other thing. If you weren't there, they had the ball with 2 minutes to go, driving up 6, and if they just got a first down, I think, with the timeouts we had left, game was over.
If they got a first down, it was over, yeah.
And then we got a fumble.
We got a fumble on the first play. They go option on the first play. The kid puts it on the ground, and we get it back. And that was just an unbelievable effort by 2 of our kids, Alex Williams knocking it loose, and then Daniel Rodriguez jumping on the ball. We got the ball in good field position with a couple of timeouts and under 2 left, and our kids put one last drive together, man, to get it done.
And that was the longest 3 minutes of probably your life when the referees thought about reversing that fumble call.
Oh, man, that was tough. You know what? Let's say we've had some subpar officiating throughout the course of this season, but these officials actually did a nice job. For the first time, I actually saw them all get together and talk about what actually went down. There was the back judge kind of wanted to call it a illegal forward pass because he thought the kid was trying to throw it underhand to another kid. And they huddled and talked about it and came up with what I thought was the right call.
Yeah.
I'm a little biased, but it was the right call. And we were able to get the ball back and go down and score. So, just crazy football game. A lot of fun to be a part of.
It was interesting because, we're filming on the sidelines. Apache News is there filming. Hillcrest, the Riverside Cable, they have a TV there. So everyone, I could see on my phone the correct call, what it should be. And you want to take a look.
Tough.
But
it's tough.
What's the frustration level, I guess, with that, not having replay and all that?
It's so tough in high school because we have replay also. We have our own sideline system. We have 2 camera angles that we're looking at on the iPads in real time. And there's plenty of times when I just want to walk out there and go, here, this is what happened. Yeah. Look at it. And we can't do that. So that's it's tough. It makes it a little bit tougher than it is in college and the NFL, where they usually get those calls right because they have an opportunity to review them. But in high school football, they don't. So them getting together and talking about it is probably the best thing that can happen.
Yeah.
So I was really pleased that crew got together and they didn't just let one guy make that call, go out on a limb and make a tough call in a game that critical. And they got together and talked, and a few other guys said, I saw it differently, and I thought they made the right call at the end. So that was nice to see. That staff did a really nice job. And we had some games where it was, the opposite, where I thought it was just crazy. But, they didn't. I thought they called a pretty clean game across the board. They did a nice job.
So what's your focus this week with your players in practice as far as, all right, let's not go to 4th and long, last play of the game so how do you get going in the first half, and what was the message this week?
It's just put together a good game plan. Hopefully we don't get another kitchen sink defense, which we kind of did last week. We're something we've never seen before on film. I think we talked about, what happens if we do get something like that this time. So we're just trying to prepare for every situation. I don't know what we're going to do pregame to kind of get them a little bit more fired up before the game. We're going to have to come out and play better in the first half. I don't think we can fall behind 17-0 at any point the rest of the way and expect to come back. So, our kids understand that. Our coaches understand that. But aside from that, we're not doing a ton different at practice nowadays. This time of the year, we're really trying to keep kids healthy. We didn't go a single day in full gear this week. There's no more, live tackling. There's no more live drills. It's almost back to the beginning of the almost like off-season type practices where it's all tag off. If they can't tackle now, they're probably not going to figure it out in the next day or two after this long of a season. So, we are who we are right now. And for us, it's just making sure that we cut down on mistakes, we keep people healthy, we have some clean practices, we install a nice game plan, and our kids feel confident about themselves going into this week. So that was kind of the theme of the week for us. Really focusing more on us than the opponents. I think that's probably our biggest opponent from week to week every year, is just making sure that our kids are focused on executing our game plan. So that was kind of what we were doing this week in practice.
And then we know about Arcadia. You know your team well. You're concentrating on your team. Obviously, you're looking at the film, researching Katella. So they're 10-1 out of Anaheim, out of the Orange League. They've won 10 straight games after losing their season opener. So on paper, they look good. What do you know about them, and what have you seen from them on film?
They look pretty good on film, too. There's no more pushovers when you get to this point in the season. Everybody's a pretty solid football team, to varying degrees. Talent-wise, they got a few guys. Our quarterback is a big body kid. He's probably like 5'10", 5'11", 215 pounds. I think is what they have him listed at in their program. He looks like it on tape. He's a capable passer. He's an effective runner. He's a guy that we're going to have to be able to get down on the ground in the open field. Mobile quarterbacks are tough. It makes it almost like defending 12 guys on offense when the quarterback can run. It just adds an extra hat to the run fits, and it makes it a little bit tougher what you're doing in the back end. So, we're going to have to account for him. They do some nice stuff out on the perimeter with some of their skill guys. Some bubble screens, like some bubble goes, some stuff that we're going to have to take away. We got hit on bubble go for a touchdown last week, so we're going to have to play that a little bit better. And then they condense you down into some single wing stuff, and they're pretty good at executing what they do. They're 10-1. They've won 10 in a row. In the last 5, they've scored probably 40 or more points in every one of those games. So they're hot right now. I'm sure they're very confident coming into our place. They were at our game last Friday, sitting up in the stands because they played Thursday night, so they've kind of had a look at us live. And I'm sure they feel pretty good coming over to our place about where they're at as a football team. So our kids are going to have to kind of match their intensity and their level of confidence and get off to a good start. I don't think 17-0's not going to cut it this week.
All right, Coach, let's pack Salter Stadium Friday night.
Come out and check it out. And if you're around, 7 o'clock at Salter Stadium, it's going to be a barn burner. It should be fun. Quarterfinal game, first home playoff game since 2011. Opportunity to go to the semifinals for the first time since 1997. It's a fun time to be a part of Arcadia football.
Yeah, thanks for providing us the excitement, and get there a little early. Parking will be tight. We have the Giver, the play going on Friday night as well, same time. So there's plenty of parking in the area, but just give yourself a little bit extra time, and we'll get you in there.
All right.
Awesome. Thank you, Coach. Good luck on Friday night. Thanks for all the excitement. It's been fun, and we'll see everyone at Salter Stadium Friday night, CIF Quarterfinal against Katella. Go Apaches. We can't wait to see everybody there.
Sounds good.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.